ask that you think back for just a moment, if you please. When you first looked upon the Book of Rites, think back upon the words that it revealed. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oblige the voice that tells you more.
Fuck off!
Scribes were here among us still. I will not sing your praises to them, rest assured.
I don't give a shit.
Trust that you shall savor this occasion.
Maybe.
You shan't have to oblige me for much longer.
Good. Yeah. I don't care about Deluge at all. Whoops, I can't actually skip. The Pyre hearts are fucked though. Okay, it's time. Time for Bay. Oh, you mean me? That I get to go home? But they ate scribes. What if they still want me to stay? She deserves freedom.
Bertrude. Very well.
Okay, let's do it. This is, I guess, the last proper liberation rite, so let's go about it the best way we can. Uh-oh. How'd that happen? Get fucked! Yeah! Get fucked! Oh yeah, I actually got the achievement for using Bertrude. Good. I was worried I would never get that. We're definitely not getting it for Volfrid though. That's a non-starter. Oh. Okay. Fuck off. Uh-oh. Okay. Bay. You're better than this. There we go! Bay gets the point. Yeah, I don't care, Deluge. Oh. Making it rain, though. Wait, what? He just fucked himself. If Bertrude gets the point, then we win. That was incredibly stupid. Why'd you do that? Hell yeah! They completely fucked themselves.
The blasted Nightwings proved their worth.
Hell yeah, we did!
Their adversaries they defeated utterly.
Hell yeah, we did!
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwing shall be
He
free,
hates it!
absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Gah, this night knew this was too good to be true. Yeah, no shit. Of course we were gonna kick your ass. I can go home. I think this means I can go home. She shuts her eyes. By the scribes! By the scribes! But what will happen now to you? To all of you? Can you not come with me? No. No, they say not yet. The scribes, they say not yet. Although, I think your time will come. Your time will come. And I will wait for you because I don't have friends back home, at least. I didn't used to, so I want you to come join me there, okay? But now, the scribes are calling me, and so, goodbye! Goodbye, and please, oh scribes, watch over them, okay? Yay.
Godspeed, Moon-touched one.
Hey!
The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
One last rite. I don't know that the game's gonna make us leave. I think it'll be immediately. Oh, come on, really? You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Pyre House in the liberation rite. Tizo wishes Bay a safe journey home. Would that we make good of all such incidents. We succeeded in liberating Bay, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. The last light of the stars still shines for us above. At this point, what is to become of our plan needn't be the subject of our speculation. I trust that we'll learn the outcome soon enough. Our actions to this point shall pave the way. Perhaps our faith as well. So, let's for now focus on this. We stand upon the brink of the last turn of the cycle of the rites. Soon, we'll have a final chance to get one of you home. Now, reader, up for a little stargazing. Let's see where in the downside we shall be returning for these final rites. Are you actually going to make us do one more, like, proper rite? Oh, come on, really? Fuck! Shit! This sucks. 88%. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Who do we want to kick the shit out of? Is Manly available? No? Okay. Hey. Let's do Ignarius. I feel like we've come back there specifically a lot, right? Once more, you face the Tempers. Then, although I wonder. He hesitates before saying anything further. You cannot sense his thoughts. I apologize. I was lost in thought there for a moment. Let us make way for the spring of Jolmor when everyone is feeling more refreshed, as much as possible. Yeah, good idea. What's up, Minstrel? The lone minstrel has returned already to the wagon after Bay's homecoming to the Commonwealth in the Liberation Rite. Your companions are most grateful to you, reader. Would that Jodariel could have been here with the rest of them to witness Bay's glorious return. I trust they soon shall reunite there in your Commonwealth, where they may yet contribute to the outcome of your plan, and thus create a place that welcomes all of you. May you and your companions to continue to prevail thus. For now, Celeste and I are to return to our respective roles until we meet again at Scribe's Gate. Rest well for now, reader. Okay. That wasn't saying much of anything. It is daybreak. You are to set forth now for the Spring of Jolmor, for what appears to be the final time. Thereafter, you shall return here for one last exile's final chance at liberty. Yeah. So, I know who our final opponent is going to be. And I think the game has made that spectacularly clear. Oh, I feel really bad about that one, actually. Wait, can I... Hold on. Fuck off, Deluge! You're a piece of shit. Who's that? Is that Ignarius? Oh, that's Barker. Okay. Alright. Wait. No. Yeah. Wilfred still doesn't have his, like... Oh. Best for last, I guess. What is on your mind, Sandra? Leave me alone, reader. I am in no mood to talk to you at this time. She is concerned about something, but you cannot sense what, and she refuses to say. I see little need to keep on blathering about to you, as once I did. I should not have let you in. Begone! My services are yours, but this place is my own. What? Did I not talk to you enough? I'm sorry. Okay. This one's gonna be rough. Alright. Let us go. I'm probably gonna have to buy one more bit of Stardust just to fully upgrade Wilfred's talisman. Why did his not start at 20? That's such bullshit. And that one is so expensive. Fuck off with that. Oh, whoops. Hold on. I'm gonna try to keep, like... I feel like it might have been a mistake to sell those, because they might prove good to have. Because I don't know, like, what we should expect going forward. Does Tizo not have... Okay, never mind. Okay. Commence the rites. The lone minstrel appears bearing some sort of news. I have checked, and it appears as though the Tempers have not yet arrived, reader madam. There is no sign of Ignarius or anyone. Their schedule is not set either. If what he says is true, and your adversaries are not present, then you presume the rite cannot commence. However, the stars themselves soon indicate you are mistaken. What? Who are we facing off against, then?
Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame.
Sick!
Much like a stack of books.
Awesome!
Aflame because of you.
I love that.
Because of your outlandish plan.
Outlandish, as if.
Care, not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed.
I mean, if the Commonwealth is aflame, then apparently we're doing something right.
Myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
I'm sure you will, you creep. The rite is set to commence, but your adversaries, they have failed to show. Tizo wonders if the Tempers decided not to show, knowing they would not have another chance at the liberation rite. Indeed, as the rites are drawing to a close, some of the triumvirates whom you have met, perhaps they are beginning to decide the stars are not worth heeding any longer. Ignarius, you wonder whether he would give up on the rites just like that. He did seem rather disaffected, having failed in the liberation rite before. Perhaps he did finally decide to quit for good. In any case, we have begun the ceremony here, and so I ask that we end it. What does that mean? Do we get a free win? Because I'm all for that.
It is done.
Really?
Lo, even your
Wait.
adversaries have abandoned you, and it is done. Wings prevail by default.
I love that.
Not that
That's
their
very good.
adversaries even care.
Huh. That got me a very good achievement. Tizo is disappointed to have had to end the rite this way. Yeah, that is disappointing.
Teachings of the scribes.
We didn't get any enlightenment.
Now go and wallow in the downside for a while.
He's not very pleased. God, that's really disappointing. Deluge was... No one speaks further of the Tempers back in the Black Wagon. Everyone is instead preoccupied with the rite that is to come. Thus does the final chance at liberty present... Thus does the final chance at liberty present itself at last, then. The stars always shine with truth. The ending of the cycle of the rites is now upon us. He looks over to you. Please look forth, reader madam, and see this for yourself. You may well surmise where we are going next. The others turn to you as well. You turn toward the wagon's door. You know what you shall see out there. Now, however, the time has come to face it. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're at the end game. 90%! Hell yeah! Okay. Well, you know what? Okay. Alright. Tuck that little note away in my brain. It's a good thing to keep in mind. You are summoned to the Fall of Solium for your 7th and final liberation rite. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that, if the rites ever shall commence again, it shall not be during your lifetime, or that of any of your companions, even the longest-lived ones. The stars reveal to you one more thing. The adversary whom you shall face shall be Oralek. Already he has crossed Scribe's Gate and awaits your arrival. If the 8 scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness, perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves. It is a shame that we should have to confront Oralek in the end. Our goals should never have been at cross purposes. I am surprised that this is what the scribes desire. For now, it may be best that you recover until dawn. Regain your strength as best you can for the coming trial. Rest well, reader. The group disperses as exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mount Elodial to make a final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. But who? I have ideas.
Foolish reader.
Aye.
Your so-called friends. You are accomplice to their hateful plot.
I absolutely am.
They are exploiting you.
Well, no.
You shall never have your freedom.
That's fine. I don't like the downside seems fine. By dawn, you are already up and about after a troubled slumber. The Black Wagon is prepared for its final voyage to the Fall of Solium. No one speaks. Yeah, that's fair. Shit's about to get heavy. As you lift into the skies, the lone minstrel raises his voice, cutting through the somber mood. Reader, a certain olden ballad comes to mind just now. I think it may befit the circumstance. Perhaps it may help to pass the time along our flight. Would you mind it very much if I were to play this song for the Nightwings? By all means. You urge the lone minstrel to play his ballad so that all among you might hear it. He begins without another word. We'll take a slow fly. Oh, this is good though. I mean... Oh, well, no, that's not what I wanted. You touched down amid the sheer cliffs of Mount Elodial to make... Yeah, I don't need to get the whole thing there. Hello again, great-grandfather. I have come again to ask of you a favor, if you please. My friends, they all wish to return to freedom. I was hoping you could help them, just this one last time. I understand they cannot all go home, that this is beyond even your power, now that the Titan stars have spread across the night. Yet, by your leave, I wish to help them this last time. They are my friends. They are my friends. What else is there for me to do now, save to help them? Tizo. I love Tizo a lot. Tizo's very good. Tizo's a very, very good boy. Okay, Volfred. You get the last training session. Revel in it. Let's go. So, this isn't going to go exactly as some of you might be thinking. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side somehow tracks you down in the solemn beauty of Mount Elodial. The imp's message pertains to Bay, who you liberated at the Fall of Solium, and whose past transgressions have all been forgiven since her return to the Commonwealth. You learn that she was taken in by a well-to-do foster family and was to be given private schooling of the highest order in the Astralist tradition. They promised her that, in time, she might one day have the honor of teaching the children of the Commonwealth herself. However, she soon went her own way, insisting that the 8 scribes themselves were calling her. She started wandering again all on her own. That is until she located Volfred's agents. Thus her wandering ceased and the ranks of the revolution grew stronger. Bay also left a simple message. Believe in the scribes. You think the let's get on with it. We're at the end, and this recording session has been 4.5 hours long. You stand before the scribe's gate with your companions. The gate guardian is there, as ever, but you sense something different in her. The exiles of the Nightwings. We shall not meet again after the coming rite. Tariq and I, it shall be time we take our rest, I think. Greetings, Celeste. I would tell you that the Nightwings are prepared, though this time I am uncertain anyone amongst us feels thus. We have a duty to uphold, Tariq. And then what, Celeste? And then nothing. Not for the rites, or us. Not till the dawn of a new age. Now, Nightwings, step forward. Please state your names and what is it that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Yeah. If I may, my name is Volfred Sandalwood. I long as yet to see an age where freedom is one's birthright, and no longer are good people such as these forced to contend for it. We are called Big Birchroot. We are called Big Birchroot. We seek to fulfill the plan of Sandalwood, for we are fond of him and his beliefs, and then to go about our business. Tizo believes that his ancestors are watching over the Nightwings, and seeks to live up to their legacy. Finally, you step forth once more. You, a war orphan, who vowed to help her friends be free again, and who managed to come this far with this group. The gate guardian observes you for a moment, then motions past the archway toward the summit. Okay. Cool. Let's do it! This place looks kinda shitty, if I'm being honest. Is Oracle burning it down? You have gained the summit of Mount Elodial for the 7th time, the final time in which any of you shall have a chance to leave the downside. Okay. Let's do it. You have gained the summit of Mount Elodial for the 7th time. Very few stars remain above to light your way as you await the commencement of the final liberation rite. The lone minstrel finds you clutching the Book of Rites, seeking there, perhaps, some bit of wisdom that has eluded you thus far. Reader, we may not have a chance to speak again after this. I may have to go. I wish to say that I am grateful for having made your acquaintance, and I shall remember you with fondness. I wish you well, this night and always. Go forth with glory. Then he looks up and he extends his hand in friendship. You clasp it. You see Tizo has joined you. All of your companions are there with him, in fact. It is strange for me to say, given the circumstances of our meeting, reader, but it has truly been a pleasure. Onward now. Let us achieve our plan. Reading 1. Thou art both wiser and less irritating than most others of thy kind. We have learned something from thee, and we are grateful. You look upon your fellow exiles, your companions, with whom you have withstood the downside, and with whom you shall now conduct this final rite. Begging your pardon, but my time has come. We shall see each other soon. He departs. After this night, the outcome of Volfred's plan, the plan of which you all have been a part, shall be decided, one way or another. For now, all you can do is strive to prevail against your final adversaries, so that one last companion may go free. You rise to join your fellow exiles as the last remaining stars ignite. So, here's the thing. I have it on good authority from someone that I trust that I should let them win. And I've thought about it in the time since I heard that. And it seems to me no one holds more of a grudge against the rights and the Commonwealth and the concept of exile in general than Oracle. So, from my perspective, I would assume that letting Oracle go free would very much benefit the plan.
shall be put down.
So,
The exiles whom you
that's
liberated
what we're
will
going
also
to
fall
do.
in line. But first, let us get on with this last liberation rite. You face none other than yourselves.
Yeah.
Each so unlike the glorious nightwings of yore. 'Tis a shame that one of you shall soon be free, for you deserve each other.
I like that. Yeah. Not another word. The demon Orelek slowly raises his clawed fingers to his mask. The false nightwings have arrived at last. Long have I awaited this. My freedom once was stolen from me. Then I was cheated of it, here upon this mountaintop. You may now attempt to take it from me once more. He stands there for a moment, silent. Then, Orelek dons his mask, and stands prepared. May these damned rites cease, forever, for the misery which they caused. Yep. Well, the plan is already at 9%. Yeah. Are you prepared to choose this one last time?
One final opportunity.
Choose who shall be free. I mean, Wolfred, obviously. Long have I dreamt that I might someday see this plan of ours come to fruition. I promise you that I shall make the most of it if we are to prevail. Your choice is cast. As for your other companions, you sense a clarity of thought and purpose in each of them. They stand ready to support Wolfred as well as you.
Shall strive for
I mean, why do I even have to choose?
Gertrude.
That seems silly.
It is done.
Those are to be my adversaries then. And who is it, I wonder, who asserts her will over that group? You sense Orelek searching for you, almost reaching out to you. You, the shadow of the false Nightwings. They are nothing to me, but you who would relinquish your own liberty for the sake of them? Strange. It is fitting, then, that I should have to face one such as you. Then Orelek stands at the ready, signaling for his two allies to do the same. By light of dawn, the cycle of the rites shall cease. Let us see if we can finish this ordeal before that time. The sky above begins to shudder. The final liberation rite is about to commence. Tariq! I am prepared, Celeste. Then, let our song this evening shake the stars themselves. Aye, Celeste. Let us make sure of it. Okay, well. Here we go. I am disappointed to see you here, Tiso, opposing me once more. Orelek seems to stare at the imp for a moment. It is a shame that you were caught up in the middle of all of this, little one. Your mind has been poisoned against me. I am very sorry, Tiso. Now, I shall only say this to you once. Stay out of my way. Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do.
Final chance at liberation for the age.
This is just what's gonna happen. Really? Dude, come on! I'm standing here not doing anything, and they're like, "Blah." You wear the raiments once again. I could not simply stand by and do nothing, Orelek. Yet, that is what you did. When last we stood together on this blasted mountain, I fell. You simply stood. Orelek, what shall it take for you to be convinced I took no part in your betrayal? Orelek seems to consider the question, but only for a moment. Give me my damn freedom. Let me prevail, here and now. Would you promise to uphold our plan? To bring about a better commonwealth? No. I make no promises. I owe you nothing. Then, I am sorry, Orelek. My love of country comes before all else. More than your freedom, and our friendship is at stake. Your love be damned, Wolfred. Let us stand as adversaries, then. Just go. Just do it. I'm letting you have it. I don't know what kind of ending I'll get. The sky rains ash. Soon shall your pyre's own mingle with them. Just then, the skies above begin to rain down fire. The final throw of the cycle of the rites, and the ending of the age. Wow. What? I mean, I'm letting you have it. Y'all don't need to do that shit. All of you, you shall rot here. You shall rot as I have, all these many years. You false Nightwings, who would deny me once again my rightful liberty. You who deny that liberty to all the triumvirates you face and vanquish, under the guise of the traditions of those blasted scribes. Come, let us continue with this glorious affair. I'm like very unsure that this is the right thing to do. This is definitely a choice that I am making. Just fucking... Just jump it in, dude. Go on, have at it. Okay, you didn't need to do that, necessarily. Oh wait, I guess Tiso was holding it, wasn't he? Your Pyre's flames now threaten to die out at any moment. Orlac makes a sound, like laughter, but says nothing as he prepares one last assault against your side.
How he has changed, that Orlac. Grown old and bitter, lo these
You don't need to do that. Just do it. Just do it.
And there it is, at last. The true Nightwings proved their worth. As for the Nightwings, they most certainly did not.
Nope, we didn't.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen.
Volfred hangs his head. Orlac appears, his head bowed. For someone who has triumphed, you sense no pride in him. You posed a reasonable threat. Now, farewell. You look upon Orlac for what you expect shall be the last time. Any moment now, the Shimmer Pool shall engulf him. Any moment now, he shall regain his freedom, and return unto a commonwealth he has not seen in half a lifetime. Any time now, the cycle of the rites shall end, until at least the dawn of a new age. Any moment now.
And thus, the scribes have chosen.
What?
And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen.
What?
No. Nightwings. Reader. What have you done?
I don't know what we've done. Nothing happens. Soon, Orlac tenses up. Each prior time upon the fall of Solium, the Shimmer Pool has opened, following the Liberation Rite, and taken in whichever exile prevailed. But now, all is still, and the light of the stars above has all but died. You sense a growing fear that it is already too late, that the Shimmer Pool shall not reveal itself again. Orlac laughs to himself. The 8 scribes saved their greatest treachery for last. Then something else catches his notice. Wait. A sudden rush of starlight cascades through the stillness of the summit. The Shimmer Pool has appeared again, different somehow, but open. Orlac looks upon it, but it does not engulf him, or at least, not yet. It seems I was mistaken then. The 8 scribes. This is not their greatest treachery. It is their greatest jest. The Shimmer Pool is flung wide open. It seems that all are worthy now of freedom. Just then, Volfred approaches. What are you saying, Orlac? That we can all return? Volfred moves closer to the Shimmer Pool, but... Halt, Volfred! It is a warning. Volfred recognizes it as such and heeds it. The Shimmer Pool has lost most of its strength. You step inside, and you shall surely perish in the current. Of that I can assure you. Orlac shakes his head. Then, I am cheated once again. No! The Shimmer Pool is revealed, and one of you may still return, as planned. But, Orlac, as the victor of this liberation rite that ends an age, the choice of who is to return is no longer decided, but is yours. Having to choose from those anointed, ere the last light of the stars is extinguished, and the rites draw to an end, this is the final trial of the scribes. Final trial of the scribes. All that remains then is for me to choose myself? Is that what you were saying? If that is to be your choice, then yes. How is this even a choice? What reason would I have to... Orlac, make your decision quickly, lest it shall be forfeit. I do not know for how much longer the light of the stars shall offer you this gift. Why do I hesitate? To have come this far... Whoever gained what ought have already been mine, and all those years ago, why now would I hesitate to claim my right? The final trial of the scribes. The decision to be made here belongs only to Aurelek. He prevailed in the final liberation rite, and it is only fitting that he at last decide. I have come here to reclaim what is mine by right. I choose my freedom. You sense his mind is set. In this same instance, it feels to you as though he is set free. Then it is done. Aurelek stands very still, although his features seem to soften just a little, and then he is gone.
Godspeed, Aurelek.
Okay.
By the scribes.
What?
No stars remain aloft.
Why did he just turn into a star?
Of the rites. It is finished. The Commonwealth. What shall become of it? What shall become of us? Nightwings. The opportunity to gain your freedom from the downside. Was it not enough?
No! Actually, it wasn't. Why did he turn into a star? What's happening? That night, the exile Aurelek returned to the Commonwealth. He was to be the last. The stars had faded, and the cycle of the rites had run its course. He found the Commonwealth in great upheaval. Spurred by the efforts of 6 liberated exiles, Volfred Sandalwood's revolutionary plan had incited the masses. These exiles and the starless sky portended the return of the scribes. The people surged into the streets, shoulder to shoulder. Led by the 6 exiles, their voices shook the heavens. The leadership of the Commonwealth panicked. No blood was shed that night, and by dawn, it was over. The leaders of the Commonwealth had cast themselves back into exile, or joined in this new cause. Thus, in its 838th year, the Commonwealth had fallen. The new Sovereign Union declared its sovereignty in the next year. Among the changes its elected leaders ushered in, they vowed never to cast their people into exile, and they abolished the old Commonwealth decree forbidding literacy. Today, we still remember all of this, and we remember the exiles of the downside, whose deeds led to the dawning of our age, whether they returned or not. Woo! Very good! What do we do? What's up with them? After the cycle of the rites ceased turning, the lone minstrel bade the remaining Nightwings take the Black Wagon and seek their fortunes elsewhere in the downside. Their parting was heartfelt but brief. He remained there at the summit of Mount Elodia with Celeste, where the two of them would chronicle the final outcome of the cycle. Neither Tariq nor Celeste were ever seen again. We know all of this now through song attributed to them. Some claim these songs originated in the taverns of the Saurian Union, and merely were imbued with weight of folklore. However, exiles liberated from the downside corroborated each other's claims at having met this duo that presided over the liberation rites. Another folktale suggests these minstrels were heralds of the scribes. Having fulfilled their obligations, they departed the world we know and rejoined their patrons. One of their famous songs describes another, simpler outcome, that the two gave up their duties as the rites in favor of a life that they could share together. In any case, they are likely to remain the subject of such verses and songs, for it was they who watched over the rites and ushered in our times. Oh, we got to hold on, we gotta... In the aftermath of the final liberation rite, Aurelek at last returned to his nation, one he had not seen in nearly 2 decades. He scarce recognized it. After all, it was in the midst of transformation, a social and cultural upheaval sparked by Volfred Sandalwood's plan. When Aurelek witnessed the people of the Commonwealth standing shoulder to shoulder and chanting together on the night of the scribe's return, he looked on in silence for a time. Then he stepped toward the crowd. A murmur and hush moved through the gathered citizens at the sight of him, for they had never seen someone thus changed by the downside. But then Aurelek raised his voice with theirs, and they all stood united once again. History would know him as the Demon Doctor, a term of endearment that stuck even after his horns started to recede. he lent his skill and service throughout the birth of the Saurian Union. Having witnessed the aftermath of Sandalwood's plan, Aurelek understood at last what his former companion wanted. Years ago, they conceived a version of this plan. Now, Aurelek found he wished Sandalwood could be present to witness the reality of it. Alone with his thoughts, Aurelek would sometimes visit the memorial to the fallen leaders of the Commonwealth. Though, other than such appearances, and notwithstanding his duties as master physician in the state, Aurelek had led a very private life. Few would have guessed that he once was one of the most accomplished Reds conductors in the history of the Nightwings. History, of course, shall ensure that we shall never forget. Oh god, do I want to go through all of this? Where's me? I'm very curious about myself. She got rid of the hat! Oh, I love it. Hedwyn. After his liberation, Hedwyn was instrumental in the events leading to the fall of the Commonwealth, and was vital to the outcome of the plan. The peaceful outcome of the scribe's return was attributed to several key factors. One of them was the underlying ambition of the plan itself. Another was Hedwyn's visibility among the people in the streets. Identified to be a liberated exile, he was delivered to be Gothonian reborn. Oh. More importantly, however, was that one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants accompanied him. She was later identified as Fikani Shang. Their bond was symbolic of what was at stake that night, and proved vital to the peace that followed. In all his days as a leader in the Saurian Union, Hedwyn oft confided in his friend, Jodariel. Despite her intense manner, there was no one who he trusted more in times when circumspection was required. Hedwyn would often think back about the vow he made at the beginning of his quest for freedom. Although he cherished all the friendships he made, he had pledged to Jodariel, Ruki Greentail, and the Reader of the Nightwings that they might all be free again, together. He had broken that vow, for, in the end, not all of them were able to return. A terrible guilt over this darkened his mood for a time. However, the others whom he still knew lifted his spirits, much like he had often lifted theirs. All of the Nightwings knew the stakes. While the others who stood with the Nightwings were not all able to remain in contact with us, Hedwyn thought of each of them often, and so, in turn, did they oft think of him. Aw. We actually have to go through all of these. Amazing. Jodariel. After her liberation, Jodariel soon became an icon of the movement that led to the collapse of the Commonwealth, and the rise of the Saurian Union. Her horns and stern countenance inspired the people to believe that she was Solium reborn. She became a great if reluctant leader. In the uncertain times that followed, Jodariel's seasoned expertise often came into play both in matters of security and of state. For instance, she conscripted and trained a team of volunteers in public safety. The community did not know what to make of such a cordial bunch at first, but soon came to value their service. They have stood for the people ever since, and we celebrate their founding day each year. She remained close with Hedwyn all through this experience, and they supported each other through their struggles many, many times. She kept an eye on Bay, who, nonetheless, demonstrated a surprising knack to get by on her own, though Jodariel was always willing to provide assistance, just in case. She continued training on her own, a regimen that grew stricter with each passing year. There were those who sought to train with her, and she sometimes obliged. There remained one other constant in her life. She would always remember her days among the Nightwings, and with fondness for the most part. Hey, Pamitha. After regaining her freedom, Pamitha Thane found herself in a difficult position. This is like spy music. Having once betrayed her people of the High Wing remnants, she knew that she would not be welcome in her native home. She did not trust the Commonwealth either. Instead, she found her place among Volfred Sandalwood's agents, who were busy doing their part to fulfill the plan. As it turned out, the plan was a success. Pamitha Thane stood shoulder to shoulder with her other fellow former exiles, and truly they were a sight to behold. A disturbing rumor later spread that night, the High Wing remnants were slated to mount an assault, which, for some reason, never came to pass. Pamitha denied any knowledge or involvement. Afterward, Pamitha played an active part in negotiating terms between the High Wing remnants and the new nation that would become our Saurian Union. Her previous attempt at something of the sort led her to exile. She must have felt some satisfaction to succeed this time around. Sometime later, Pamitha had an unexpected run-in with Rookie Greentail, with whom she had spent a fair amount of time while traveling with the Nightwings. Under these new circumstances, it turned out the two had more to talk about and rather more in common. They would often put to test which one was able to outdrink the other. It is unclear as to which one of them prevailed in that contest in the end. One day, Pamitha received an invitation to return to the High Ring Remnants, where she was to be fully pardoned. She held out a hope that she might see her blood sister Tamitha there, knowing full well that Tamitha did not regain her freedom. Tamitha did later learn that Pamitha was welcomed back by their people. However, she never responded to her blood sister's attempts to contact her. Pamitha, in turn, did not expect forgiveness from her at any point. Nonetheless, she kept on trying to reach out and said to ruffle up her feathers just a bit. Later, when asked, Pamitha Thane admitted she felt as though she had no home to call her own. This was during an interview conducted amid an extensive trip abroad, for she had traveled thousands of leagues beyond the bounds of the Saurian Union. Pamitha continued to journey thus, citing that it reminded her of when she was younger and could fly unfeathered. Okay, this is all well and good. I want to skip through all of this, though, because I don't care that much. Alright. There is one more account which warrants mention. The Nightwings conducted the rites under the guidance of a reader. Little is known of her. However, some accounts of her begin to paint a picture. We know she was of common birth, raised parentless, a product of the foul work on the blood border. The journey to the downside left her close to death. It was then that the Nightwings found her. They brought her from the brink, she showed them the path. She pressed onward with the others. She had made a vow to help her friends be free. Thus did the cycle of the rites commence its final turns. By the time the final rite arrived, the reader knew she could not go free. In the end, like so many others, she remained in exile. From that point on, accounts of her diverge. It is said the voice which troubled her, she never heard again. Some say she helped improve the lives of other downside exiles. Though, whether that is true, only she knows. Someday, perhaps, that reader's own star shall emerge. Then, it shall pierce the dark of the night in all its brilliant glory. Until such time, and ever after, all of us give thanks. So, if you want to, know what happened to these characters after the events of this game, buy it and play it yourself. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't really feel like spending half an hour reading the epilogue for every single individual character, because that's just unreasonable. Yeah, buy the game, play it yourself. That's largely, the point of me doing these videos. Even though I go all the way through them, the main goal is for everybody to play the games if they think they look cool. So, I'm going to say, where are the credits? What's happening? This is nice and everything, but okay, I'm just gonna say this was a very good game, and I'm very glad that I like another Supergiant game. Supermassive? Supergiant? God, I'm so dumb. I forgot the name of the people that made this game. Supergiant, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's very exciting. This game is very good. Play it. Definitely play it. I like it a lot. And there's, obviously a lot more different choices that you can make. And I guess different side quests that you can do. Like Pamitha's, I definitely totally fucked that one up. Hey, yeah, Supergiant. I was right. Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave you guys with the credits. So, as always, I have been Luka. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night. And as always, I am no longer here.
untouched girl. Here's the scribes in the world all around her. They have guided her home.
Tis all the wise, ever faithful to the cause of the night wings. He remained to the end.
Sir Gilman the bold, ever in his quest, finding honor and glory, he has found his way home. Pameth the Thane, having pleased the scribe, seeking only forgiveness, she has found her way home. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end. Bound together, spirits tether, strands unbroken, scribes awoken.
The great mastermind, Wolfred Sandalwood, saw his plans turn to action. He remained till the end. The bog dweller Bertrude kept their foe